that. What? Just can't reach. Hard to see and reach. Hey baby, welcome home. Could I interest you in some pumpkin spice? Dedicating one's life to art is not without its perils. Nope.
Welcome to Don't Eat the Art. We're going to be doing some pumpkin carving. We got the tools here. These are somewhat kid friendly. You can use these with your kids, guide them, help them. We were going to do the Halloween episode last week, but we'll have it this Thursday for you. It's going to be a lot of fun because I've never done this before, which is surprising, but, you know, it's me. But, ladies and gentlemen, film guy with you today. Pretty Vincent on the camera for once. We're going to switch it up? Nah, just playing. She going to be in it with us. Appreciate y'all. Let's do this.
All right, so we are rolling.
We are rolling?
Yeah, I was just.
No, don't roll it. Don't roll it. We get these open first.
Oh, okay. This part you probably don't want to do with small fingers around, so big people do the topping removal, and then they can help with seeds.
Right,
you may be right there, yes. When I have the big knife out, that's very good to be over there. So I sometimes have trouble with this just because I'll forget. You want to have it.
Little one over there scared. Look at it. Halloween's already begin. Nah.
It's good that she's afraid of pointy things right now. So.
Well, I'm not afraid of.
Oh well, you just know to stay back when I'm using them right. That's very good. Okay, so you want to go in at an angle that's more like this because you want to be able to easily lift the top off when you need to, if you're putting a candle in there, or just, you know, if you just want to get the lid back on at all. That's important. So.
Cool.
She over there being there doing that thing. You can hear a little in the background. But oh, by the way, what we do try to emphasize don't eat the art, but like with the pumpkins, you can use the seeds.
Yeah. Well,
you can actually eat this.
You can. You can actually roast the seeds. There might be other things you can do with them, but my mom would always roast pumpkin seeds. Yeah. Oh, you can go mess with him. He's in his reading room if you need to go bother him.
When we are done with this,
okay.
I can see.
Okay. So
Hey, Goober, he's a blue flag bean.
he is. So I have a really sharp knife, so this is going faster than I'm used to it going. My mom gave me these awesome knives recently.
When I get slow, I get Pokemon battles.
Yeah. Okay, so I've about worked all the way around. It's not going to be a big deal. See, I accidentally have a little bit where I started.
Job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, you know, that's not going to matter too much.
Started?
Not yet. I have to do all 3 of these with the big knife and get them ready for the carving.
I'll put it out.
Oh, yeah, you can pull it out. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Easy, little one.
Yep, see?
She's
And
been excited to do this for a while,
Oh,
so
yeah,
she's very
we love it.
antsy.
we bought the pumpkins last week, so we've got questions all every day.
Out on the top.
Well, we're going to do that stage next. Let me, wait.
Yeah, hang on, little one.
Hold on. I know you're really excited, but I have to cut all 3 of these, and then we'll start scooping out the seeds. Okay?
Patience. We
You
got
can
this.
take that over there to hold, though. But I have to finish the cutting. Now, the tricky part is whenever you're putting the lid back on, is to figure out which way it goes. You might sit there for a while trying to. There we go. Just like a cookie jar.
She's supposed to be the pro, right, guys? But I mean, she always struggles. Shoot.
So I did a lot of pumpkin carving as a kid. And then once I was an adult, I didn't really do it a whole bunch because I usually lived in a little apartment complex. But
You're weird, Goober,
I started up again a few years ago.
Because when you do when you open cookie jars, you get cookies out and eat.
You don't get like pickles out instead?
The randomness is amazing, guys. This is gonna probably be our most interactive show yet.
You will have to do time.
We get lots of interesting logic and stories.
Alright. This is a party.
But basically, one time I accidentally had my knife at an angle more like this on one spot, and it was really hard to get the cap back on.
All right, guys. This may not sound fair, but I had an idea today. Okay, we do have a pro, kind of, sort of, you know, maybe. But we want to challenge y'all. We want to see your pumpkins. If you want to share it with us on Facebook, that'd be awesome. But if you guys are too scared to challenge her, I understand. Don't be scary. That's freaky. But no, she's very friendly. I promise. She's not crazy. I promise. We good. But we want to challenge y'all.
Now we would love to see your pumpkins because, like I said, you know, one of the most, and you know, if you're at home doing this, one of the most fun things you can do. I mean, if you're an adult, you're in college or later, and you maybe don't even have kids around. It's still okay to go carve pumpkins. It's so much fun. Even if you're not going to put them on display, maybe your friends having on display, you can put them there. Because what got me started doing it again was I had a friend host a pumpkin carving party, and it was like 5 or 6 of us got together. We brought some snacks and we carved pumpkins together, and that was how we spent our evening. And then one friend was actually passing out candy that Halloween, and so we all left our pumpkins with her. And it was really fun, and we got to see all the pumpkins lit up together. So it's, you know, you can still have fun with this, and there are actually real professional artists that, like, that's their thing, is carving pumpkins and other soft flesh things, but not people. No people carving. Don't do it.
There she goes, being scary again.
Spooky.
She's harmless, I promise.
Okay, so that went pretty quick. So here's the inside. We've got all the stringy stuff that holds the seeds in. You can see that. Now, some pumpkins are going to have more than that than others. You know, they just vary a lot. Oh, yeah, like this one seems to have more.
Getting the seeds out, though, is my favorite part, though.
Oh, here's the big
See, I've done that. I'm taking the seeds out. That's easy. Oh, look at that. That looks tasty.
It does. It smells good. And I actually enjoy the flavor of raw pumpkin. And, you know, obviously there's
Look. She's trying to get it on there. Let's see if she can do it. Come on, find it.
Do it.
You got
go,
this.
Little one, go. Can you do it? Oh, yay!
She got it. Look, guys. Look. She got it.
Oh, okay. You can do that one too. Oh, she's going to take that one off. But what about this one? It was already off, and now it's all sad.
She's just putting them all back on there.
Yeah. Good job. Oh, and this might be a good thing to mention while I'm thinking about it, is if you do put a lit candle in here, it's good to just maybe have it slightly ajar, so I mean, even though your carving is going to let it ventilate, you want it more out of the top, and that'll help preserve more of the carving. And it's just, it just helps it stay a lot nicer.
There she's putting everything down. Look, little one go. She gets the seeds up.
Look at her.
I'm about to be over here to help with this, yo.
Awesome. Now I gotta seed your pumpkin. And then obviously, like if you get a pumpkin like she has, that has a little spot on the back from where it was growing and got a little spot from touching the ground, just have that as your back. You know, that's no big. All right,
sometimes pumpkins have some bits.
Yep. And so what you want to do is you want to take the lid and you're going to scrape off with a knife or the little scoopers that come in the kits. Get all that pumpkin-y, seedy goodness into the bowl. And if any of you are interested, you're welcome to message us or comment asking for recipes. I've only done it a few times myself. My mom does a good job with it, but I need to just practice a little bit more. So don't be discouraged if you make a big old tray of roasted pumpkin seeds and they're not the best. Just keep trying. Don't stop there. So I remember making one batch. I don't know how I messed it up, but man, they were not very good. But my mom makes some really yummy ones.
And she's the pro. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen.
So
it's best to just scrape down sides.
Some seeds been here, and then I got it, and then it was.
Oops, my bad.
And I guess kids will differ. Like when I was a kid, I liked kind of the scraping part of this, but I did not like actually getting the seeds out. And she loves it. She thinks it's great. So.
I think it's fun too. Shoot. I don't know about carving though, man.
Yeah, for me, I think I was just ready to skip to the carving part. Yeah.
I like your pumpkin.
Oh, I like your pumpkin.
Mine is a little different.
Yep, they're all a little different.
So we gotta get all the strings out too, or what?
Yes, that you do want to try to get the stringy stuff out. I don't think it'd be too big a deal if you still had some in there, but it might just get a little more goofy if you're having a candle inside, and like if you're carving, you might get, some of that stuff. It's like gooey spaghetti or something. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I guess I'll squash her like that.
Wait, pumpkin is a squash?
Yeah.
I know that. See guys, I don't know anything. Nah, I just play dumb. I think it's funny.
Yeah, this is a little scooper. And you can actually get like professional grade carving kits, and for next year, I'm going to try to have something like that. It may not be top of the line, but it'll be artist carving kit for pumpkins, and we'll test that out. I saw that you can get a set for about $20.
Still showing off again.
Well, I haven't read any reviews or anything. Well, the thing is, like, the kind of detail stuff I like to do, and I get a little rough.
I'm going to pumpkin carve.
These cheap little kits
I'll put it.
are probably fine.
I'll get the lid on it.
Oh, well, you need to get the seeds off your lid, too.
Yes.
That, those cheap kits, I don't know if it's just because I get carried away and I start bending it and they break easier because of that, or if everyone kind of has that problem where they're not really meant to be long term. Alright, so she wants Pikachu on her pumpkin. So like I mentioned before, or I might have, I just freehand, like I just start cutting on the pumpkin. You do not have to do that. So one way is you can get the little tool in your little pumpkin kits that looks sort of like a weird screwdriver. That's for if you want to do it where you like perforate little holes around it and you kind of play connect-a-dot with it, and that way you don't have any black marks. But for someone first learning, oh, whoa.
I'm just making it.
Well, I have to make
she's trying to do it by freehand too. Look at her, she's a little pro already.
So we're going to do Pikachu. So Sharpies are great for so much. So watch out here. Let's I've got to think of something that would be simple enough for her to cut. And then we want to do.
She sounds like Pikachu.
She does. I might have to help with this part here, but that's okay. And then,
hang on, little one. We gotta see what she's doing.
yeah, we can't see. Watch out.
They can't see, little one.
Here, I'll turn it like this. So there. So this is always a tricky part, is figuring out something where, because, you know, you can't have floating eyes on a face, because those are, once you cut, those are just going to fall down. So to make sure you have some connective things there. Oh my goodness, that is a spooky Pikachu.
That's okay, it's Halloween.
Woo. I was going for cute, but it didn't happen. And then
Trying to make it simple for her.
he got his little feet. He's jumping up. Now hold on.
Hang on, little one. We can't see.
They can't see. They can't see through you. She hears that a lot more watching movies. Can't see through you.
I'm fine.
Well, I know you're fine. I just want everyone to get to see. And then we'll add his tail. Let's see. We'll add it like. Oh my goodness. And for you guys used to drawing on things, pumpkins are weird because they've got all these weird ridges and stuff. So here we've got a very interesting Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Bring it closer. Let's see it.
Oh, okay. Here, let me. Oh man. Guys, I'm only 31, but I'm feeling it. All right.
Don't hurt yourself.
Here we go.
Spooky. It looks spooky.
Spooky Pikachu. Ooh, Pikachu. Spookachu. All right, so it's best to just, like, if you're starting to carve, not have that lid right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Just grabbing, pointing things here.
Supervision, homie. We try to tell them this is kid friendly. We don't want to be.
Pikachu.
Well, that might be a little tricky here. Let me get it poked in for you, and I'll help you guide it along. So this one, if she did get her fingers on it, it's not super sharp, so still want supervision, but
Go right there and there.
She really wants
She's a little
this
pro.
piece. She is. So
She's been waiting a week for this.
She has. We're gonna put it all the way through, and then okay, you ready to help me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no. You're gonna help me with this tool, okay? All right. She does not like getting help most of the time, so this is gonna be tricky. All right, and see, kind of like see how we're following. It's kind of like when you trace. Whoop. Hold on.
Too much.
We're gonna turn, because if you have a turn, my problem is I'll sometimes like just try to turn. It doesn't work like that. You have to actually remove the blade.
Pikachu.
It is a spooky Pikachu. And then, I guess we should have done Mimikyu. And then we put it in here. So yeah, if you have any turn or anything, you have to actually remove the blade and then reposition it so you don't, because that's how I've broken a lot of blades. Whoa, we're getting off course here, kiddo. Of course, I wasn't really looking either, so got the two blind mice leading each other here. And then, I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do this with help here, but if you're going on your own, hold on a minute.
I want to do it on my own.
Okay. Just follow the line. But you want to try to keep your blade as straight as possible, or instead of angling in, you want to angle it out. So it's like the opposite of how you want to cut the lid. You're doing pretty good there, kiddo. Oh, there you go. Yeah, and then here, let me help you guide.
I'll do it.
Well, I need help. Okay, there. Now you can. Yeah.
It's a
Right here,
little,
right.
little.
Well, that part's not going to be there because we're cutting this part out.
Ow!
Oh.
She's okay. She's just saying that. She's saying let go. Don't worry.
She does that a lot. Like we hear ow for the weirdest things. But yeah, so you want to have, because when you have that candlelight glowing through, if you have it angled in, like that angle you use to make the lid, that's going to have flesh blocking.
There you go. You're doing good.
Yeah, you're doing great. Look at that. Here, oh. Did you get it all the way through? Here, let's make sure this spot. There you go. Here, I'll just help you with this last bit.
You can do the other.
Oh, okay. Well, let me show you. One thing you can do, because if you have a big solid shape like this, if it's a very big spot, it's helpful to, so see there I saw the rest through the ear.
Can I make the moon?
The moon?
Yeah, it's nighttime at the...
Oh, you picked Pikachu. Now watch out, they're trying to see. I just cut the ear at the base and then through here, just to make it into 2 separate pieces, and then you push that through and push that through, because sometimes if you have a big piece, especially as you're trying to get hold on, kiddo, hold on.
The spooky Pikachu is at the...
Alright, so we've got that one spot. Wait, we've got to lift it all the way up, see how the angle changes. Alright, do this. But yeah, just remember that part about cutting it into smaller pieces to push out the spots, just because it helps to make sure things don't get broken. Alright, or at least the pieces that you want to keep there. Ooh, oh, we got off course. Hold on.
Can I do it all by myself?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
You're on them. You're going to get...
I was holding the pumpkin so it doesn't wobble. You have to hold it. You have to hold it in place while you work on this. Okay, do you need help getting it in?
No.
I'll get another tool and I'll work on another spot while she's getting it.
Do you go like this?
Yes. Alright, so I guess I figured I was going to have to do this little spot anyway. So the smaller tools are for more detailed spots. Oh, no. You keep using this.
I just...
This is the one that you may use right now, okay?
Well, that one is very tricky.
It's going to be the easiest one to use.
What?
I can do it by myself.
Well, I can't do that.
No, you cannot. These are too sharp. You can use this one. You can use this one. Or you can have none. Be firm on your rules, people. I mean, she might be okay, but I'm not going to risk anything. So, oh wait, we're not ready for that part. If you try to push when you haven't made the full piece yet, it can break it. Oh, ouch! Careful, kiddo.
Easy.
There we go. I did it.
Well, hold on. Wait. Remember how I showed you how to, cut across here?
I'll
and
do
then,
it.
wait. I guess that was ready to go. Here,
There
let's
it goes.
clean up that shape just a tiny bit. Perfect. Good job. And then,
I'll do it all by myself.
well, how about you?
You did it by yourself. You're doing good.
Yeah, I need to do the face part, but you can start on the tail.
Ooh, you didn't do that.
Oh, that's
one.
okay. You know what the shape is, so we'll just... There you go. Oh, boy. I'm glad those things aren't sharp. Alright, so I'm getting some nose. And, I just thought of something, you guys. If you do go the Sharpie route and you don't want to have any of these black markings showing when you're done, I think if you take some rubbing alcohol, that might, a cotton swab or something, that might get the Sharpie marks off.
Or some nail polish removal will work just as fine too.
Oh, yeah. And that can just clean it up. And if you don't care, then leave it there. It's your pumpkin, you do what you want.
Oh.
Careful.
That's okay.
Easy,
remember,
killer. You're doing
Remember,
good.
you could hurt one of us, so you just have to, don't get too vigorous, just
Oh,
don't let
Yeah,
them
go
all
easy,
out.
go easy. You're doing good. You're doing
You're
good.
doing a great job.
this is a spooky Pikachu.
I swear she's got a vendetta. She's trying to stab her for some reason. Hey, don't think nothing though. She a good mom. She's patient with her.
I'm just worried about my fingers right now.
And you said those were sharp though. Mm-hmm.
they're not super sharp, but if it's moving really fast, you know.
Yeah.
Anything can hurt at high speed. And eyes are very vulnerable, so let's be really careful.
Hold on, you're off the line. She's off the line. Yeah, but she's doing great.
All right. I was trying to get the face part done, as I know that's going to be the trickiest part.
Hang on, little one. Let her finish that real quick, and then you can continue.
Yeah.
Going off the line again.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Just wait a minute. Let me do this last part, and then I'll help you just focus on that. I just wanted to get this part done because I know it's going to
do it all by myself.
I need to do this
She's being pouty again.
Man, guys, she's just been wanting to do this. And
I have to hold it.
I think I'm cramping her smile. Well, hold on. This is a delicate spot here because we've got an eye.
Cramping her style. She got style? What?
Got my style on me sometimes, I think. Oh, we lost an eye. Oh, well, we have the rest of it. It's okay. It's an extra spooky one now.
Yes.
It's just an extra spooky chew. I messed her up. Her probably doesn't. Okay. I'll let you...
Yep, told you. She's doing... They both doing good, but it's going to be a one-eyed Pikachu. It'll be alright.
Well, I just started hearing this, you know, the Purple People Eater song.
Oh my God.
Except, you know, Pikachu themed.
We have too much fun with this
okay.
sometimes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, do you need help getting that poked in?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let me help you poke it in. And then there. And then you can go from there, alright?
I need help.
Okay. Well, here. You want me to... I'm not sure what you want me to help with, but I'm nervous to get my fingers anywhere near. Okay, let's not just stab it. I mean, I know it's a scary looking Pikachu, but we don't want to hurt it. What? Oh, get your face back. I've got my little saw here. Don't you want to keep your nose on your face? I'm just doing the finger part, because that's, his little phalanges are going to be tricky. Trying to go fast before she gets grumpy.
Right. It's almost done.
I know, we're doing okay. You're not grumpy. She said, I'm not grumpy.
Can I push it out?
Yeah, just saying.
What's this?
Whoa!
She got a vendetta against you.
I know, right?
I did it!
Yay! Yeah, let me.
Round of applause for little one. Yay.
Yeah, hold on. Please do not poke my hand right now. Okay. Run, get that back.
I'm just doing this.
I know, but my fingers are there, and I would like to keep them on my hand. I use those a lot, you know.
Uh-oh.
What are we doing? You're moving that all around. How about we finish this part? Focus, focus.
Do this part.
Actually, yeah, we should probably do the tail. You want me to help with that?
Well, you can do the tail.
Okay, well, what are you going to do?
I'm just going to help.
You're just going to help with
I'm
that
going
thing
to
really
do
close to my
that.
hand. Okay, you do that. Do you want me to help you get it in?
No.
Okay. Ooh, are you sure? Or break it? No, yeah, don't break his face more.
He's already messed up. We don't need to be messed up no more. No, I'm just playing. I'm being...
This Pikachu is pretty, uh-oh, there one is...
There one is what?
His mouth and nose.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
no.
was a delicate piece, so...
That's okay.
Maybe no details for the beginners.
It'll still turn out fine. Let's see what it looks like so far.
You know, here, let's...
Let's show the people what it looks like so far.
Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Hold still. I know you're holding something you can stab with, and it's great. But let's show them.
Hey, it looks good. We
Is
are.
it looking good?
We ain't pros, but it looks good.
It's
Shoot.
not.
Let's not what?
It's not okay.
It looks just fine. We're just not done. This kid's scaring me.
Yep.
I mean, more than
I'm
usual.
okay. I just was saying because I was doing because this is hard.
Oh, that's the hard work Okay. I want to help, but my fingers get close and I get nervous.
Cooper, I want to do this hand all by myself.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you did the other one.
Okay, yeah, you can do this one. Would you like me to help with the arm here, though? I could do that part.
Well, you can do right on the tail.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, let's turn it like this a bit. And I am really nervous here. I guess this really is spooky. Trying to go fast.
Yeah, we gotta
No, don't you go fast. I'm just trying to go fast to get out of the way of your giant tool.
I'm going to too.
Uh-oh, you got it in his hand now.
Oh, no.
Pikachu about to lose a hand next. Poor thing. I'm for the violence against Pokemon. I apologize for this video in advance, but this is very entertaining for me as well, and I hope it's entertaining for y'all too.
A Pikachu may or may not have been harmed in the making of this video. Ah!
Are you okay?
Yeah, you're just making me nervous. It's okay. Just because.
You're supposed to trust your own child. What is wrong with you?
No. Yes, those are nice little spots, but we don't want to just stab the pumpkin, okay?
I'll do it all by myself.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. What was it doing on his leg?
It was staying on.
Okay.
Oh shoot, she stabbed Pikachu again. Look at her.
Oh man.
She's trying to help. She's doing good, but look. She's ooh, there it goes again. Oh
no. Why did you just stab at him?
I'm just making little things on the Pikachu.
Little things on.
Oh no, it's gonna.
There.
Okay. Well, what exactly are you making on him though?
Well, the little things are on him.
You gotta follow the thing and put a hole in it, little one.
Yeah, you don't want to put a hole in it.
Well.
But what things? You know, that's not really a very descriptive word.
This is fun.
I feel like, you know, when you're having a nightmare and you're trying to outrun someone that's chasing you and it feels like you're like not running very fast.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what this song feels like. Like there's this big thing that could stab me any second.
I'm trying to figure out what she's doing.
What exactly are you doing?
She's making a hole right there, I think.
Oh, I think she is. So why are you putting a hole right there? That's what I want to know. Is there an explanation?
This is a clam pearl.
But this is a Pikachu.
No, right there. That's the part of a clam pearl.
Well, why is it inside a Pikachu? It's kind of creepy. Can you eat it?
No.
Yep, there it is.
Well, but why is it in a Pikachu?
Because it was happening.
I think she gave up on shaping it.
Because it was. Is her explanation.
I think she gave up on shaping it.
I think she did.
That's okay.
She just wants to stab something at this point. Please don't make that my hand.
Did the best we could.
Okay. Here's the very spooky Pikachu. We lost part of the shape I had here. We lost most of the face, but he still has one eye. And, well, a little bit. Yeah, sure. And then, you know, once you're done, you'll clean out the chunks of pumpkin. But hopefully once we have a candle in it, it'll be a little more obvious. But I guess that was my first adventure with doing this with a toddler. So don't be discouraged if it looks like a half-baked mess. Because as long as you guys have fun in the process, that's the important part.
I want a hug. You want the regular one?
I did. There, see? His Trillista go like this right now. They're like pinchers, but on the face. Alright, and then we're going to do the head. Yum, 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 yum. Yep, they eat other bugs. They're hunters. Very teeny tiny hunters.
But you bumped my dragon.
I bumped your dragon?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know I bumped your dragon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you give it to me last night?
Sure. Yeah, I don't remember this, but I guess maybe there was a dragon involved. Now see, this is called its carapace. See, it has some little eyes. Well, they're ocelli. They're not true eyes, but they look kind of like eyes.
What Charmander evolves into?
Charmeleon?
And what Charmeleon evolves into?
Polytoad.
No.
No.
No, Charizard.
Oh, okay.
Charizard is a water, fire type.
Yeah.
I have a Charmander, but I don't have a Charmeleon or a Charizard. Or a Bulbasaur or a...
Ready to push through. Maybe I should do that. So we've got this big piece here, but no.
It's on its foot.
No, this is more like its back and head together. Because the carapace kind of has like the eyes and all that.
Great job.
Oh, thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Then I need to make the shape of the eye a little bit better. Well, they're called ocelli.
They're very cute.
They are very cute. I love pseudoscorpions.
And me too.
Yeah. One of these days I'll have to find one to let you see. They're very tiny. And they live in the soil and the leaf litter, and some live in, a lot of them actually live under tree bark.
Okay?
Huh?
Are they okay?
Yeah, they're okay. They're probably a little cold right now, but I bet there's some out in our yard right now.
Yeah?
They're just hiding from the cold. Let's see. There we go. It's a decent carapace. And then you can't have a pseudoscorpion without their claws. These are actually their pedipalps that are modified to be claws. And they have venom in the tips of their claws.
I'll look at that.
Whoa, I'm using it.
I'm just looking.
Well, you can look at it when I see it. I'm looking at this to do this.
Hey, that's a cute scorpion.
It's a pseudoscorpion. They're in a different group they're in their own order.
That's a cute pseudoscorpion.
Yeah, they're called, pseudo means false. So they're basically named false scorpions. And false means fake, pretend. Huh?
What they got?
Well, what do you mean what it got?
The pseudoscorpion.
Oh, it doesn't have anything. This is actually a photo of a dead one that I took a picture of with the microscope. But they look about like this when they're alive, too. They just don't have their legs curled up like this. So we're going to make ours a live one, so we'll have the legs out like it's walking. But if they're hungry, they hunt for bugs that are smaller than them, and they go up and they grab them with their pinchers, and they have venom glands in the pinchers.
Are you going to make a real one?
Well, this is a real pseudoscorpion. It's kind of like the genus Chellifer, but I don't really know my pseudoscorpions very well, unfortunately. All right.
Here, use this.
Oh, I am actually ready for that. Thank you.
What is that?
I think I'm ready. There we go. Well, this is its part of it. I guess I know you cut that a little bit more. This is part of the chelicera, or the palp.
Are you making a real one?
Well, it's a pumpkin-y one, but yeah. This kind of pseudoscorpion really does exist. I took this photo myself.
Is that?
I several photos piled together, but we won't talk about that.
Is it real?
Yeah, they're just very tiny.
Can I touch this? Yeah. The scorpion.
Well, maybe when I'm not cutting on it. We'll get to touch it soon enough. You can hold that part.
What is it?
Well, it's part of the palp. Because they have these modified pedipalps that have the funky pinchers on
It's
them.
so cute.
Scorpions also have modified palps like that, but they don't have venom in their pinchers. They have venom in their tail, but pseudoscorpions don't have a tail, so they have venom in their pinchers instead. And you go pinch, pinch.
What scorpions do?
Well, they don't have venom in their pinchers. They have venom in their tail.
No,
That's
I'm
how-
talking about scorpions.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Tails.
Yes, they do. That's right. And that's where their venom is. Can be confusing because they look so similar, but they're actually super different.
When they're just, you will make less flesh.
Yeah, that's your name.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Takes some muscle power to do this. All right, we gotta be careful with the claw here.
How about you get ready for this?
Oh well, I had to punch out that spot and see if we can use this little rag to brush off some of the debris. See how we're going, and then, excuse me, we
Punch it.
well, it's not time yet. I have to first make the movable digit.
I said I wanted to punch with the Sharpie thing you're doing.
Oh, I have to do this because I have to do it very, very carefully. Thank you, though. Is that apple good? Good.
Are you getting ready for this?
Yes. Thank you.
So pinch yourself.
Huh?
Don't pinch.
Oh, I don't pinch myself. Yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna do the other pedipalp. Set the
No, you're gonna Dr. Ziegler
Huh?
movie I watched.
Well, we'll start a movie once I'm done with this. I just need to make the pseudoscorpion, and then we can start it again.
The one I just watched.
Yeah. Whichever one you'd like. Okay, ready for this? We gotta wipe. See how that makes it where we can see what we're doing a little bit better?
Aw, it's so cute.
Aww. Yeah, pseudoscorpions are adorable. You know, a lot of them will actually, if they want to move to a new place, they'll find a really big beetle that can fly, and then they get on its back and ride it like a bus. That's how they get to a new tree sometimes. Because they're so little, it's hard for them to move very far on their own. That's called foracy, when an animal hitches a ride on another animal to get to a new place.
Are you going to use this?
Yeah, I just had to cut a little bit more before I could get it poked through gently. Oh, I thought you were holding this one. Thank you, though.
No, I wasn't.
I know, this is the one I needed next. When I said yes, I thought that's what you were holding. Alright, so he's crawling because they move their pedipalps. Let me use that one. They move their pedipalps a lot as they walk along, and they've got all these long setae on them. Those are hairs that they feel around with, and it's one of the ways they learn about the world around them.
Are riding on a beetle? Is it riding on a beetle?
Well, maybe if the pumpkin is a beetle. I've even seen them riding on a beetle. It's super cute. A lot of times if the beetle's big enough, they'll get right on its forehead. So you see a big black beetle with a little pseudo-scorpion riding on its face. It's super cute.
Like a bus.
Yeah, beetle bus. What song is that?
It's the Disney song.
Ooh, that is quite the song. That's an amazing song. Alright, and then we need to show a little bit of the second of the movable digit here.
What they're doing?
Hmm?
Are you doing?
Oh, please don't poke that.
I just was getting a little hairy thing.
A little hairy thing.
Yep, the one is right there.
Oh, that's okay.
That's the part of its web.
Well, pseudoscorpions don't produce silk. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then like a thin 9. So there's about 9 segments visible. I don't know if I could do those really close together ones, so we'll do this. Oh, please don't poke that.
I'm just making a web.
Oh, well, they don't have webs.
But look.
Oh, I see. Those are actually little strands of fabric, like from my shirt or something.
Can I make a strand?
Well, you can make one on your pumpkin.
Sure. Okay.
You can do that. Although, if you're going to take that with you, could you hand me the other one that's on the floor, please?
One is right there.
Yeah.
The tiny one?
Yeah, as I need to have one of those. Thank you. Do you want the tiny one or the big one?
The
big one?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, look at that. We're gonna put that. All right, so got some funky stuff going on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do all the segments without.
I'm making a pseudo scorpion.
Oh, good.
This one is too tricky to do.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's just for poking the pieces through. It's not for carving. Once you start getting pieces like this that are close together, that's going to get really delicate, so you'll have to just be really cautious when you're working around them. I do on the abdomen.
On the table?
Sure.
On yours?
Well, just right there is fine.
The green spot?
Yes. So, I'm just going to add... So the pedipalps are kind of like what the pedipalp spiders have that almost look like another pair of legs, but they're not actually legs. They're kind of like little hands they use to hold on to their food when they're eating. But pseudoscorpions have these, and scorpions do too, where those pedipalps are modified to be these claws. And on real, true scorpions, they don't have venom in the pinchers. They just use them for catching their prey, and then they envenomate the prey with the tail. But pseudoscorpions don't have a tail, so they have these venom glands in the pincers, and so when they pinch their prey, that's how they envenomate. But, you know, to a human, this wouldn't matter because, I mean, these things are a couple millimeters long. Maybe a big one will be like 10 millimeters. I don't know, that sounds rather large. I mean, they're not like scorpions you're used to seeing. So, anyway, so but that's one of the main features is that in the abdomen. And hold on a minute.
I made this.
Oh, very nice. I normally like to have a lot of segmentation showing on the legs. And I also like to have the correct number of segments. But the tricky thing with pumpkins is that it gets, like I said, it gets really delicate once you start doing this sort of thing. And there's a lot of closeness. Now, if I really wanted to take a lot of time and be super careful, I could probably do the correct number of segments. But I saw I was getting close to the shape I wanted, so I just rounded it out like that and didn't have them too small just to make sure they don't break easily. But I think for the legs even, I may not do as much segmentation as normal. Oh, but what I was going to say is these aren't actually, the things with the pincers, those aren't actually legs. Like I said, they're pedipalps. And so if you look at a scorpion or pseudoscorpion, you'll see they do have the 4 pairs of true legs, just like any other arachnid. So don't forget, spiders are not the only arachnids. You have your pseudoscorpions, your scorpions, your opilionids, those are the daddy long legs. You have your pseudo-whipped scorpions, which are some microinvertebrates as well. You have some, your vinegaroons, your amblypygids, mites, or arachnids. It's, you know, they have the main characteristics, or they have 8 legs.
People have legs.
And people have legs even. So they have 8 legs, and they have chelicerated mouth parts, which look kind of like crab claws or something. And that's their mouth parts.
Oats have legs.
What?
Oats.
Yes, and oats have legs, but they're insects because they have 6 legs. Though there are some other things with 6 legs that are not insects, like the columbella. They're actually in their own group. They used to be insects, but their mouth parts are too funky. Anyway, so if you're doing a spider or other arachnid, please make sure you do at least the correct number of legs.
Also, Pokemon have legs.
Yeah, lots of things. And did you know that even whales used to have legs a long time ago? Because their earliest ancestor we know of is actually a dog-like animal. And then eventually they ended up with a species that was living more in the water, and they slowly lost their legs. And modern-day whales actually do have vestigial pelvis bone, or leg bones. Actually, they're just like these little weird floaty bones that just float, kind of are suspended in their flesh. Thank you. Anyway, so we're gonna do.
I'm gonna hold this for you so you can get that piece out.
Oh, thank you. All right. And then we're going to do
this.
Not yet. I'm doing the hind more. Please stay back for a few minutes. Alright, so yes. I lied. Maybe I am going to do a little bit of segmentation, at least for the
that's so
knees.
cute.
They're very cute. All right. 2, 3, 4. And the front two are oriented more forward, and the back two are going to be more backwards oriented. Whoop. Got that more roundy than I meant to. The what?
Animals.
Lots of animals have legs, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Worms don't have legs. Jellyfish don't have legs.
But spiders have legs.
Yeah, but amphisbaenids don't have legs, nor do glass lizards.
Glass lizards have legs?
No, they're actually a group of lizards that have lost their legs.
Done.
You munched your apple, huh?
Look, it's all done.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, look.
Yeah, you munched that apple. Go put the core in the trash, please.
Look. There's a little bang.
Alright, so here's our finished pseudo-scorpion pumpkin. So there's our reference photo again. And then our pumpkin. And I will show it how it looks all lit up. And here is our finished pseudo-scorpion. Yay! Ta-da!
Are you so cute?
Sure.